Welfare authorities are trying to curb child abuse cases in Texas. After Colton Turner's death last fall, KXAN investigator Robert Maxwell has looked into changes going on at the Texas Child Protective Services. And Robert, there is a new plan to avoid deadly incidents, and how could it help those here in Central Texas?
Well, Robert, we may see more support for new moms and new dads where there's a history of violence that's now seen as a big indicator of future child abuse. Population experts at the Department of State Health Services looked into nearly 700 child deaths between 2010 and 2012 that involved abuse and neglect. They found in more than half of those there had been no prior involvement with Child Protective Services. Now, most important, the joint study reveals a key new measuring stick for potential abuse, looking at a child's birth record. That can show risk factors for abuse or neglect that also show up in research of domestic violence. Things like levels of poverty, parent income, and education. The goal now is preventing abuse, say, at the doctor's office well before a child's born.
How do we engage dad at that 20-week scan where moms know about the baby's gender? That's a real popular place for dads to show up. So if we can get them there, is that a place we can engage them early and do some fatherhood work to promote their involvement with their children, and maybe to learn that violence isn't the best way to solve their problems or frustrations.
Now, the study also measured child deaths where kids were left in hot cars and those children who died due to their sleeping arrangements, and that's been an issue here in Travis County, as you may know. Last year, 9 kids died in Travis County from abuse and neglect, and there were 5 the year before. And Robert, we have the complete story and the study report linked to KXAN.com tonight.
Robert, thank you so much. A new bill is moving through the state legislature that would help children like Colton Turner. The 2-year-old was found dead in southeast Austin last year. At that time, Child Protective Services had 2 open cases into his welfare. The new legislation would allow DPS troopers to pick up the child if CPS could not locate him or her. It also does away with jurisdiction issues. Just a couple of weeks before Colton's death, State Representative Marcia Farney says officers spoke to Colton. She told us on State of Texas In Depth they wish they had known he needed to be picked up.
And the officers have said, and the sheriff has said, we wish we had known. If we had known, we would have taken the child then. So law enforcement wants to have this done.
Today the bill was read in the House for the first time. It was referred to the House Juvenile Justice and Family Issues Committee for further debate.